In this video, we're going to be looking at services. We're going to be looking at how to create a site plan, and in particular, we've already previously created a roof for this building. So if I go to the roof level, you can see that the roof is there. I'm going to create a site plan using the dimensions that are in the assignment. We're going to add some trees, some landscaping. We're going to use the line tool to create a number of other things. We need to remind ourselves that there are at least 7 different services that come into a typical house. So we're going to copy this roof layout and place it where we can then create our site plan. So I'm going to copy this and just place it off to one side. And it's allowing us to place it where we want it. Now, in the assignment it says that the block of land is 30 metres by 20 metres. Right now, we've just got a generic building looking at us. But I need to use some tools that are available. There's a tool here that we can access where we can place it where we want it on the edge of our building, and the setback for our building is 6 metres. So I'm going to type in 6 metres. So this line now is exactly 6 metres from the edge of our building. There's another device here that I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to bring it, and the side of our house is 900 from the side. So again, I type in 900 and enter. So I know now that this corner is 6 metres from our side of our house, and this boundary is 900. So I'm going to go into the line tool now. The line tool allows me now to put a solid line around. There's a variety, and there's even some here that even have the title boundary. But I want my boundary to stand out, and so I'm going to make sure that it's 0.35. 0.35 is nice and thick. So I start off at the corner. I need to select this. It's a box. It's going to give us a box. And so I start here and I stretch it out and I put in 30 metres, toggle down by 20 metres and hit the enter. So straight away I know that this is exactly 30 metres by 20 metres. I've created my boundary. But we need to put a number of services in. In the line tool, there are some that are already labelled water, stormwater, sewerage. But not everybody knows that that line, the dash, dot, dot, dash, dot, dot, is the sewer. So we have to create a legend that allows us to identify each of these. So just as what we've done a minute ago, we're going to create another box off to the side here. And we're going to just create a box, and we're going to use our text tool, and we're going to perhaps make the lettering 4 mils high, and we're going to put the word key might be the best one. So again, you drag it and you write the word K-E-Y. Don't hit the enter button, just click outside. Again, I can use the arrow tool to move that and place it where I particularly want it to be. We can then shrink it to an appropriate size and click outside. Now, looking at this, that lettering looks a little bit small, but we're going to put other dimensions in, or other titles. We're going to have a sewerage, we're going to have water, so I'm going to make the lettering 6 mils high. And again, we drag and we type in water. Now, which particular line am I going to use for water? Well, if we go back to our line tool, we can see that one of them is already entitled water. So I've chosen water because it's there, and I just put a little line showing that water is there. Now it still thinks I'm in the box. I didn't click that particular. And so when I do that, we can see the water symbol. So I need to put in the water. So the line tool, water, clicking OK. Now if I knew the floor plan better, I would know where the kitchen is, and so I could put a water line from the kitchen and just take it roughly a metre outside. We've got the key or legend saying what that line means. It means water. And we can do this for all the other services: water, sewerage, stormwater, gas, electricity, and so it goes on. Let's do one more of those. We've got the line tool. We are going to select one of the others. Let's see which one. Sewer. We can put the line in. I'm doing it in reverse order now. We're going to put our text tool in. We're keeping it the same 6 mils. We place it where we want it to be. We stretch it out and we type the word sewer. And we click outside the box. I got it roughly in line with the symbol that we've used for sewer. I want to resize this, so I want to make it bigger. I've clicked on it. I want to make it bigger, and so I've clicked on it. I've stretched it out, and I'm going to resize that lettering. I can resize it to, let's say, 9 mils, and as you can see, it's now fallen outside. I use the arrow tool, I use the magnet to drag it. Now the other thing that we have to have on our site plan is the north point. Now how you create your north point is up to you, but let's just make it simple. Let's use the line tool. We want not a broken line, but we want a solid line. And we click OK. We then line tool. We click and we get it vertical this time. And I'm going to put a big fat N on the top to clearly show that this is the north point. Let's make it 12 mils high. we're in the text tool, we click and click, and I'm just wanting a very big N. Click outside the box. Obviously it's not in the right position, so I click here, I shrink it, and then I use my little magnet to position it, and that's pretty good. These are the services that you need to show on your drawing. Thank you.